What's happening, party people? It's your boy, Crazy Crackhouse. Back at you with another cop. Today, we're going to go over a shoe that I am very pleased to finally get a pair of, even though it's not the most prestigious pair of Dunks or Jordan 1s, but I managed to finally, hit the raffle on sneakers, and we're going to go over the Travis Scott X Cactus. And I'm going to tell you, I've already looked at the shoe. It's a very clean shoe. I don't know what people were talking about that this shoe was trash. Maybe that color, because that color was from like maybe a few years ago when Nike popped that color on a whole bunch of Air Maxes that people were wearing 2 or 3 summers ago. I don't really remember because I didn't wear it. This is technically my first pair of Travis Scott's. I do own the Air Force Ones, which were straight trash. I wasted my money on them, and I still haven't wore them to this day. They're still on ice. They'll never be worth anything, so I couldn't even trade them for something if I wanted to. But what I want to do, we're going to go over this Cactus today, and I'm going to tell you from my standpoint, they very much impressed me, and everyone else who called this shoe trash, everyone's open to their own opinion. Let's go over the shoe, and I'm gonna tell you what I think about the shoe, and you can leave me a comment and tell me what you think about the shoe. Subscribe to the channel. I'll keep the heat coming. I'll be doing the Kyries tomorrow, and we'll see what they're shaking for. But right now, let's get into this Cactus Jack. As you can see, it is my conventional size 11. The box itself is a regular Travis box. This box has all the writing on it. Unfortunate for me, I didn't get the dust bag and the shoes. Some people did, some people didn't. I don't know what the difference between those were. I haven't seen anybody on sneakers post that they got a pair of sneakers with the dust bag. So until I see that, that might be it. You got these Travis Scott stickers, which I'll probably never use. They'll stay in the box. It's folded up. You can't really read the writing on the paper, but we're gonna open this one up, and I did unwrap them, individually wrapped. As far as each shoe, and it had that label on them that sticks it, and that's what the Travis Scott. It says the Jack graphic. We are off with an all the time. So that's some Travis Scott talk right there, or something like that, skateboard talk. But at the same time, these shoes are very impressive. I want to give you my take on them because they impressed me, and I touch a lot of shoes, so if they impress me, they impress me. They may not impress everybody. That's the thing. And when you look at the shoe itself, it's made very well. The materials are 100% A1. Everything about the shoe, the toe box, the materials they use on it. We're gonna go over the shoe itself. I took the toe tag out. These are to protect the tongue in the shoe. But one thing I want to tell you about this tongue, this is a very smooth, suede-like leather type tongue. The only time I ever seen a tongue like this, it'll probably be in the Cap and Gown 13s, and I own those too, and that's the same tongue that's in them. And I think that's where they got this tongue from, because it feels exactly the same. I think this shoe is superb. If you don't like the color, you don't like the color. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But if you could see the tumbled leather in this shoe, I'm talking about, they really, the materials in the shoe, everything about it, So I look at it like this, the people who were booing this shoe, I guess they wanted to stock up on them or something. On the inside of this shoe, you have the tongue, you have all suede, and then you have this little piece here, I don't know, like the Velcro piece to strap it back across. And like I said, I'm gonna rock these, and then you got this Nike tag on here. I'm gonna rock these with the Velcro off. That's just how I do, you know what I mean? But to each his own. But if you could see the quality even in the back of the shoe. And the material back here, that's like a different type of leather than really that is on the shoe. So that's something like they kind of blended in different types of leather, but this is tumble leather. This, 100% tumble leather, and that's not to be questioned. You can see it right there in the side panels, and the entire shoe is like that. I guess my lighting, but even the entire toe box is like that as well. But the shoe itself is impressive. It comes with these 3 set of laces. You have the green, you have the black, and you have the green and black. Me personally, I actually like these green and blacks on them. Them joints right there, or to be honest with you, the black might just, give it that set look, depending on what you're rocking. You know what I mean? I think these laces can be put in with whatever your fit is. So that's what really matters, the fit that you're putting on. And this is the same. Obviously, they're made the same. And you can see the tumble leather and the strap, and the entire shoe is like that. And these are real. This is a real stitch that, they took some time and handiwork on to really get it to where it's at. And then the inside of the shoe is regular. You know what I mean? But I am going to rock these. These will make it outdoors. I got a born date to get these outdoors, 4th of July. I'm going to the cookout. And that's what I'm going to rock with them. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you have to be pleased with what you buy. Love the ones that love you. Stay in your lane. You'll always be safe. Peace.